Oh my goodness, I still exist? Yeah, I didn't think I'd actually exist anymore, right? I didn't think I'd exist. I don't think you guys thought I exist, but I still do. The Wilds beta was a good month ago. Over a month ago, in fact, and the last time I posted something was way longer than that, because I was posting things related to the trailer. Yeah, it's been a long time, and I have still not finished version 4.07 for Scratcher Hunter yet. I want to get it out soon. I will be posting a bunch of clips related to that in the coming days, and maybe some challenges before the release, just for some fun. The current roadmap I will post more about in the future. I did want to have a trailer out on Thanksgiving. I never did. I've just not been working on that because senior year of high school is quite the thing. The schoolwork is not intensive, but everything else is oh boy. So, Scratcher Hunter has been kind of on hold for a while. I have had some other projects I've been working on. Not related to Scratcher Hunter, just some other work of mine. Other little fanaticisms I have. So those have been going pretty well, in fact, actually. But Scratcher Hunter's been mostly on hold. Kind of a bit burnt out, but I still want to work on it. I do want to still finish version 4.07. I have a list of things I want to do. I don't have it out right now, but I do have like a paper list of like everything I want to add. And it's not that much left. It's mostly just like animations, which can either be a very easy task or a very daunting task depending on the thing. And I've been improving the complexity of the animations, so I'd say more on the daunting side. The hammer rework has been really great. I haven't posted much on that, but the hammer rework has been phenomenal, and I've been loving the weapon. Actually, I'm now dealing with more power creep because now I'm getting more weapons under the sub 4 category for Volatile Sumi, which is my benchmark for weapon performance in the Mega Man. I've made the weapons a lot better. I remember when I thought sub 6, sub 7 was like, that's a good run. Sub 4 with starter weapons on a 3-star monster, like, oh my goodness. Uh, of course, there's still the issue that everyone else sucks at the game. uh, that's a thing. I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think people learn over time, and I do want to have more progression that makes it more encouraging to actually play the game and understand mechanics. I think the biggest issue is when you do beta testing. You have like an hour to play the game, and that's all you have to learn the game. When you get to Vondo Sumi, you would probably have about 5 hours of gameplay time, maybe 10. And by that point, you should be able to mop the floor with Vaughn because you've learned it. Only he would probably still be able to all at the challenge, but not as big of a challenge as people have to deal with right now. And I would probably actually have to bump the health pool on Vondo Sumi because, like, I didn't realize how strong these weapons was going to get just by me making more quality of life and more improvements to the weapons. Even though Volatile Sumi is shockingly fast and still a bit too fast for some weapons, it doesn't matter. You can just combo him to death. Which is actually not the worst thing in the world. It's just like, man, I didn't realize how far the power creep was going to go. My current plans right now is, yeah, just work on the weapons, making sure they're all good. I'd rather have the weapons too strong than too weak. Maybe add some more harder content, but I'm waiting for people to like finish that stuff up, and I have not seen anyone beat the final quests. I will be posting a public challenge for some of these quests, and I don't have any rewards to give, but I would love to like see how people perform. I have ideas and things. Overall, I do just want to see someone actually beat some of these harder quests, and then I can say, like, yeah, there are people out here who are better than me at the game, or at least as good as I am. Because I've been dealing with people who've only played the game for 2 hours compared to my hundreds, and I'm like, okay. This doesn't really give me a good view of how these fights actually are to other people. Like, is it just a me thing, or is it just like these fights are genuinely too difficult? I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of just spitting out thoughts. Overall, I think Scratcher Hunter is in a better place than it was like a year ago. The amount of improvements I made during the version 4 development, which started right at the tail end of December, actually. So it's been almost a year of version 4.7, which is why I do want to get the final version out before the end of the year, so I can say, here you go, end of version 4, maybe even the end of Scratcher Hunter, and I move on to Godot finally, but we'll see about that. Animation quality, I do want to reanimate like Longsword and such, because those ones have been the same animations for 2 years now, and I don't really like those animations. They're very, very clunky, very, very just unnatural and actually a bit buggy too. The newer animation system is really clean. Like I don't have as many issues with the hammer, dual blades, and lands as I consistently have every single time I try to work with longsword. Longsword is the bane of mine, and greatsword too also has issues because I'm adding new actions to it that just really don't work. I do want to just completely reiterate greatsword, but I'm like, no, I have to keep the scope like not too big. You know, version 4.7 is already such a massive scope. But that's pretty much the update for me. You're seeing right in the background actually. I don't have a PC or anything. I have a laptop with 8 gigabytes of RAM, 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Origami Monster Hunter at 10 FPS is the way to live life. I might end up becoming a greatsword main, not a greatsword, Gunlance main in Wilds, by the way. That's probably what's gonna happen. I know I'm like the dual blades main because I have like so much time on dual blades, but it's really only on World. Every other game I don't really play dual blades. It kind of just becomes a secondary main, which is probably what it's gonna be for all Wilds. I don't hate Wilds dual blades. I do like them. They're very interesting. I really like the changes they made to the weapon and even gauge system. I feel it's a lot more rewarding and has got more potential than what World had. I didn't like Rise's dual blades at all. I really didn't. So yeah, that's how I felt about Rise dual blades. I didn't play Sunbreak ones, but what I've seen Sunbreak, I didn't really care. And base Rise, I didn't care about the dual blades in that one either. Overall, though, I think Gunlance is gonna become my main in Wilds, just because like I just love how much they changed the weapon from this defensive weapon with some offensive potential to a very offensively rewarding weapon that just really gives you the potential to do a lot more with the weapon, have a lot more control over the monster, a lot more damage output, and consistency of attack. Because obviously, World Gunlance, we all know, is either poke, shell, or full burst. And I mean, that still exists, but you have all these really moves. And also the charged shells being like, you can use your entire shell count if you charge it out enough. I think that's really nice. It might be something I steal for Scratch on. That's the biggest thing with Wilds. I didn't get to play every single weapon because I only played like 3 hours, but I really need to look into Wilds because there's definitely a lot of stuff I can steal from Wilds and put into Scratching Hunter. I don't want to take everything. I think I made the joke, not posted on this channel, but I made the joke that one of the Wilds moves is very much like one of the World moves in Scratching Hunter, although that one was copied off of a GU art. I think it was Brown Stash, so... but like, I think like, there's a lot of moves I don't want to add that I don't think are necessary. Like the Switch Axe, like giant elemental burst swinging the sword around. It looks cool. I don't really want to animate that, nor do I feel like it's necessary. It's kind of a cool factor. I don't see the purpose of it other than cool factor. Like, okay, maybe it has some effect that it grants the weapon, but like I can put that somewhere else. Cool factor is always great, but I personally don't want to spec entirely the cool factor when I'm already fitted to a two-dimensional plane. Some attacks don't work in that situation. Also, Insect Wave too. I don't like how they got rid of the aerial, the constant aerial action. I think they should have fixed it so that it had value, but not overpowered and not just completely destroy the ability to stay airborne forever. Is it healthy for the weapon? Perhaps. I don't care. I think it was because you could just not interact with the system. It was nice for mobility and nice for just like existing. I don't know. I have a lot of issues and also a lot of confidence to Wilds. I think a lot of other people do as well, but that's kind of how I feel on the situation. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that. Anything else I wanted to say is not coming to my brain right now, and I do want to make more Scratch Hunter content. I will be trying to maybe make some stuff in regards to speedrunning have a speedrun category out for people, let people speedrun my game and post times, because I want some competition. I want to not be the best player, because I'm not. I'm not that good at Monster Hunter. I shouldn't be at the top. Please, someone, like some Japanese player with 10,000 hours in the franchise, come through and sweep the entire game in like 2 seconds. I want my times beaten by half. I know it's possible. Do not lie to me. But that's basically it. Play Scratcher Hunter. Thanks for 11:15. That is Giles. That's Scratcher. That's Hunter. Yeah, that's pretty much all.